on the Tiger Network. This will be a game between the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor Crusaders and the Southwestern University Pirates. My name is Ryan Figert, and I'm joined here on the call by Chris Gress. Chris, what does this game have in terms of prospects for us in the next 90 minutes?
I think we'll get two teams that are desperate to find a place against Trinity in the next round tomorrow. We've seen Southwestern before in the Trinity's conference, and they got a really good draw against them in their final game, or last game, should I say. And UMHB, you've got tournament caliber quality there. They knocked out Trinity last year in the round of 32, and they'll be looking to do the same tomorrow.
The road to that matchup, 7 o'clock tomorrow, goes through this game. We'll go with the lineups for first the Southwestern University Pirates. It'll be Alan Carr in goal. Francisco Ramirez will be in the midfield. Garrison Van Houten will be in the defense alongside Brendan Douth. Will Meckelberg as well in the defense. Luis Ramirez, Jake Swanke, Kip Karsnick, Sacco Fernandez, Colin Maloney, and Theo Perisic round out the starting 11 wearing yellow, going from your right to left. And Chris, you have the lineup for the Crusaders.
Yeah, it looks like UMHB are going to be playing a 3 in the back, which was made famous by the Chelsea team winning the title 2 years ago in the Premier League. You've got Ade starting in goal. George, Dang, and Peden are in the defence. Lopez, Villanueva, Code, Childs in the midfield. And a formidable strike force of Nieto, Roach, and Neveloff. They have 29 goals between the three of them this season.
The big talking point for the Crusaders is the absence of All-American Caleb Vandergrift. Usually wears the number 12 in purple. He is missing through injury today. He's listed as a reserve with the possibility of playing tomorrow should they advance. So no Vandergrift here for the Crusaders. Certainly will play some role as they'll have a hole to fill in the center of the defense, and it looks like it's going to be filled by number 46, Gavin George, at least for now. Based off the positions listed on the roster, we believe they're playing a 3 in the back. Could change.
Yeah, and as you can see here from the early play, you've got number 23 out there.
Looks like Peden out is on the left.
Yeah, Peden playing in the left centre back. Number 27, Stephen Dang at the right centre back. And then George playing in that central role there.
Interestingly enough, I was actually able to attend the conference final of the ACC between the Crusaders and the University of Texas at Dallas Comets, in which the Crusaders came out on top 1-0. There was a red card to a Comets player, and the subsequent free kick off the foul was turned in by Stephen Dang, and it was a 1-0 win for them as that goal stood. So coming off of a big win in the conference final, Southwestern, of course, coming off a defeat in penalties to the home Trinity Tigers. They'll look to get another bite at the cherry there in a matchup tomorrow against Trinity.
Got to win here first, though.
It's the fruit dangling in front of either team here, as the pace of Neveloff is already proving a problem here for the Pirates.
And Ryan, from that game you saw at UTD, would you say that UMHB are quite a physical side?
Certainly can throw themselves about. They have good quality in the attacking areas as well, especially through Nieto and Neveloff. But especially in the midfield and the defensive half, there's all kinds of tackles flying in. Referee was really letting the boys play, and you really saw the physical nature of the game come through.
Yeah, that strike force is quite scary. 29 goals in 19 games this season about. That's stuff of Asala, Firmino, and Mane strike force there.
Southwestern only coming in with 31 goals total for their team on the season, nearly matched by the top 3 scorers wearing purple today. Southwestern certainly a surprise inclusion. They received an at-large bid into the NCAA tournament from Pot 3, and there's reports from the Southwestern camp that they had packed up the equipment, feeling that their season was over after the defeat in the tournament final to Trinity, before they got the call from the dubious committee. And now they're back here with something to play for. So a bit of a spark of hope for their season. We'll see if they can take advantage of that here tonight. It's a brisk evening. Temperature down into the 40s here in San Antonio. Currently listed at 48. So it feels a bit colder than that. I wouldn't mind packing some gloves here. It's going to be Price Peden to take from his own half. The big boys are forward here, and it's sent long in towards the box. Stephen Dang under it. It's flicked up into the air, back towards Dang. And
Hook it back in there.
a bit of pinball here as it goes back and forth. Southwestern eventually deal with it. George brings it down and puts it towards Neveloff. Not accurate enough to find his teammate.
I think we've, in the first 5 minutes here, I think we've seen a bit of a common theme of what's going to be the game's going to be like. Southwestern just sitting off, absorbing the pressure, looking to strike on the counter. UMHB definitely going to have the majority of possession in this one, I believe.
Looks like Villanueva is going to be the man up front by himself for the Pirates. See if he's able to really provide a bit of hold-up play for the boys in yellow, as he'll need to allow his teammates to get forward with him on the attack. It'll be a free kick, Peden to take once again on the far side. George, the only other one left back for the Crusaders. Stephen Dang, the big aerial threat here with 9 goals on the season. As we hear first year Southwestern head coach make the call to make sure that he's marked. That's Dustin Norman, former assistant at Southern Methodist University, now taking over up in Georgetown, and it's obviously been an excellent first season for him as Southwestern's qualified for the tournament for the first time in program history. First time in quite a while that there have been 2 SCAC teams represented in the final 64, as it's Neveloff driving forward. He cuts in, looks for the ball out to Nieto. Nieto's going to have a strike, and it's blocked off the back of a defender. Sent in, though, once again. It was Roach looking to get on the end of it.
And you can see that Neveloff very comfortable on the ball, very Eden Hazard-esque, cutting in on his left foot there.
Certainly one of the quickest players that we'll see all season. And he's able to make use of his pace, obviously contributing on the offensive end with the 9 goals. The 1 assist as well. It's good work from Jack Code in the corner wearing the number 7. But Southwestern eventually come away with it. Looks like the Crew looking to press higher up the field than perhaps the Pirates will feel comfortable doing themselves, as George has all kinds of time here on the ball.
I think the Pirates just need to settle down a bit, take control of the ball a little bit, get comfortable.
It's in the direction of Jake Swanky, the lone number 9 for the Pirates.
Quite a great crowd tonight, wouldn't you say, Ryan, for 2 teams that are a decent amount of time away?
Yeah, obviously 2 hours up to Belton through Austin, and then Georgetown as well near Austin. So some good traveling support for either team. Perhaps a few neutrals have stuck around from Trinity. This big win, 3-0 over the Chapman Panthers. That was also broadcasted on Tiger Network. We have one more game for you this weekend for the men's soccer side. It'll be tomorrow at 7. The winner of this one will face the hometown team, Trinity Tigers, for a place in the Sweet 16.
And you have to say, after that impressive 3-0 win, whoever comes out of this one will be the underdog in the game tomorrow.
Yeah, Trinity coming into this one ranked number 5 in the nation and defending their home turf well, as Neveloff looks to defend this ball. He's unable to hold it up, though, and Peden heads clear. Lopez flicks it on, and Neveloff's going to have a drive here from distance. Didn't really catch hold of it, and Alan Carr will hope that that's the level of shot that he faces all night.
Yeah, it's a really tough technique to hit that on the half volley there. Quite some distance out. Speculative.
It's well won by Swanky. Southwestern style of play described really as they set in, they absorb the pressure, and they attempt to score off set plays, throw-ins,
and on the
long
counter.
balls on the counter attack as well. Not afraid to throw a physical challenge about.
Oh, it's
are the
well won.
Pirates. It's going to be a drive from distance by number 8.
Oh, what a
It's off the
save.
crossbar.
What a
Saved
save.
by Travis Ade. It was Luis Ramirez who's come the closest now, as he took the shot on from about 30 yards, and I don't think Ade was ready for it. He reacted well in the end.
Travis Ade using that 6'4" frame to get his hand up there. What a save this is.
Needed every bit of it to stop the right-footed drive from Ramirez, and that was very close to our opener here, 10 minutes in.
Great piece of athleticism there.
Ade, the senior, coming to this one with 3 years of experience, native of Oklahoma.
The only non-Texan on the UMHB roster.
As this corner comes in, and it's going to be headed clear, well defended. Neveloff looks to turn it into a counterattack. Loses out, though. Southwestern piling on a bit of pressure here as UMHB is unable to get out.
You can tell Southwestern's just growing into the game.
As he sits down his man there, the low cross is going to come in. It's cut out well in the end by Villanueva. But it was good work by Karshnik down the left-hand side, wearing the pink boots and the number 10. Chris, how do you feel the UMHB decision to go with 3 at the back with the absence of Vandergriff is going to affect the flow of play here in this one?
I think it's bold, but if you've learned the tactics and you know the outside mids know how to track back and defend, then it can be a really effective system. And we've seen that in the Premier League with the last 2 seasons, the amount of big teams switching to the 3-4-3.
Head coach Brad Bankhead looking to take a page out of the book of perhaps Antonio Conte, title winner in 2016-17. With this tactical switch, I do expect them to go back to their accustomed 4 at the back if they were to get Vandergriff back in the lineup, perhaps tomorrow.
Yeah, and also it comes down to how Southwestern are playing as well. If Southwestern are prepared to sit off, then it's okay to commit a few more men forward.
Childs there lost out for the Crew, but they remain in possession through a throw-in. It'll be Stephen Deng to take, the senior defender. Native of Plano, graduate of Plano West High School. He's been a key contributor for the Crew this season. He's got some work to do here. 1 against 1. Throws his body about well.
175 pounds. Please, it's Dang.
And he's won the free kick for his team there.
Hard to get past.
He's up against Sacco Fernandez. Austin native. Just a 20 minutes drive from campus over at Southwestern, located in Georgetown. Vandergriff, of course, native of Georgetown, missing out against a bit of a hometown team here. Good pressure applied against Martin Lopez, but he comes away with it anyway. It's good ball control from the center midfielder. And they continue to look for Neveloff. It's not quite come off for the wily Texas native just yet. And really, he's most able to use his pace when teams push their men up the field, excuse me. And considering Southwestern's content to drop men behind, it'll be a bit more difficult. He'll have to get a bit more creative with his approach.
Yeah, it'll be hard to get in behind because if they're dropping so far back, there's not really much space for him to run into. They're going to have to be a bit more creative in the passing they utilize.
It'll be Roach to take this throw. Instead, he'll give it to Villanueva. To get a look at the size of the crowd here today. Not a bad one, especially for a chilly night. It'll be sent in.
I'm sure the hot chocolate is flowing.
And George there loses out, but Swanky does as well. And it's going to be Nieto down the left-hand side. Looks for the ball with the outside of the right boot. Just cut out by the Pirates' defense. Peden now on the left side. The throw in. Looking for Nieto, unable to find him.
UMHB with most of the possession, would you say, in this first 15 minutes? Just nothing to show for it at the moment.
And that's what we'd expect, really, for the majority of the game. Just Southwestern dropping in behind the ball, leaving Swanky forward, hoping to hit on set pieces and throw-ins.
Oh, now even Swanky's gone back.
It's come in the direction of the Crew attackers and eventually hooked clear by Southwestern. George heaves it back into the box, although it's held up in the air. Childs headers in the direction of Neveloff. Childs turns out of pressure well there.
Well kept in. That left side there.
Some more good work from Martin Lopez, as a coming together in the box there has resulted in a free kick in favor of the Pirates. All the Southwestern attackers concentrating here right in front of our broadcasting station as they look to win this goal kick. They're unable to do so as Childs rises once again.
Childs looks like a bit of a brick in the midfield.
It's Neveloff now. Spreads the play through the freshman Nieto. The crafty winger goes past his man and his cross is deflected out for a corner kick. It'll be the first for the Crew. Looks like it'll be Rolando Nieto to take.
They're not the tallest team in the world, the Crew. They've got a couple of players at 6 foot, 6'1", but most are under.
Be an early substitution for the Crew. Number 31 checking in, Matthew Lay. We'll see if that is because someone's picked up a bit of a knock or if it's just a tactical switch. As the corner comes in and the referee spotted something he does not like. So it'll be a free kick against the Crew. And Southwestern pushes everyone up forward towards the halfway line. It'll be Alan Carr to take. Carr unable to save any of the penalty kicks in that Trinity game. Got a hand to a few, but couldn't keep any out as the Pirates fell after a 1-1 scoreline through regulation and 2 overtimes. That's a good turn there from Neveloff. Looking to combine perhaps with Nieto down the left side. Southwestern fans definitely getting energized by their team's defending.
Finally be able to make that change now. There's like Jack Code coming out.
Unable to really make an impact in the early goings. Another first year out of Marcus High School, Highland Village, Texas. That's a long throw in the box in the direction of Stephen Dang. It's flicked on towards the back post and just onto the field.
Oh my word. He's been on the field for 10 seconds.
He scored with his first touch, and Coach Brad Bankhead absolutely loves it as the substitute puts his team 1-0 up. It's Matthew Lay who scored with his first touch.
And you can see what it means to the players.
It's absolute scenes here as the Crew take the lead. Came off the throw-in. It's flicked on by Stephen Dang at the near post. And it's landed right at the feet of
it's a really
Matthew
composed
Lay.
finish. You've got to say how impressive that is. He's come on, and the first touch he has, he's planted it right into the bottom corner.
Couldn't have put it anywhere else.
Most people who come on would probably lashed at that, and it would have gone wide. But he's done really well, and it's a lot trickier finish than people think.
Catch that on the full volley, certainly a skill that he's practiced over the years, and it's paid dividends there as Matthew Lay scored with his first touch. In the aftermath there, it was Dejan Savic checking in for Theo Perisic. It's perhaps Inter Milan come calling to get him back from loan. It'll be Neveloff here battling to retain possession. He's unable to do so, though. But Swanky's touch eventually ended up in possession for the Pirates here. Comes to Matthew Lay now, the goal scorer. Sends that one in the direction of Rolando Nieto. Falls for Villanueva. It's Nieto now in space. This is dangerous for the Pirates. Nieto is a winger that can really carve you up. He's 1-against-1 here, and his service is dealt with, but it's come back to him. And Villanueva will pursue and let this one run out for a throw-in. That's the second time we've really seen Nieto pop up with some space on the far side. It's been Nevelov's runs in behind and across the center backs that have really just kept him as the main focal point and allowed Nieto to pop up in some space here and there, and he's certainly a dangerous player that can make something of that. It'll be another long throw-in. Having just scored off of one, we'll see what the Crew can do with this. It's in the direction of Peden. This one cut out. We'll come back to Villanueva. Let's put it in towards the back stick. There's men waiting there. And it's Matthew Lay once again. Excuse me, that time it was Stephen Dang. Looking to get double digits on the season was the defender. He's coming to this one with 9 goals.
It might have been going over, but it was a good save. He didn't know that.
May have snuck under the bar there. It's a good save from Alan Carr, preventing the Crew from doubling their lead here.
You've got to say it was a bit of a free header though. Probably could have done better.
Yeah, especially with the prowess that Stephen Dang has shown this season. Like we mentioned, 9 goals. Here's going to be a corner kick sent in. It's taken down by Villanueva in the box. He's got all kinds of time. It's come back for Nieto, whose cross is not up to standard, which results in a goal kick. That goal from Matthew Lay, his first on the season. So what a moment for the midfielder. This one is sent in his direction. It's won by Childs, though. It's been a very bright start for the Crew. They look up for it. They've made the trip from Belton down here today. Yeah, they're not messing about.
The Pirates look a bit shell-shocked after that first goal's gone in.
Dang, they're coming together with Childs. He's done well to hook that one clear after he's taken a bit of a sensitive area knock. And it's going to be a foul against Nieto, and they stop just to make sure that Childs is okay. He looks like he's just going to run this one off.
Tough cookie.
It'll be a free kick now from the halfway circle. Looks like it'll be Price Peden to take. Or perhaps number 21, Martin Lopez. Watch Peden in the warm-up, just pinging 40, 50-yard passes. And he's looked to put this one in the direction of teammate as well. It could fall for one as the strike comes in. And Lay looked to double the score, double his name on the score sheet. As the left-footed curler looked perhaps to be goal-bound, but it took a deflection, which made it easy for goalkeeper Alan Carr. Peden under that one is going to be just pumped clear by George. It's a big assignment for Gavin George, starting in the heart of that defense in his first year with the Crew, native of Lovejoy, Texas. Playing in the absence. It's going to be good work here, and it could be a penalty. And he's pointed for a free kick outside of the box.
I don't know about that one. I thought that was a penalty from my view.
Karshnik again with some crafty work down this left side. We'll see if we can get a replay on that one. It was right in front of our camera.
Here we go.
He's 1-against-1 against Lay.
Maybe just outside.
The contact's definitely outside the box. It's a good call from the referee.
The referee's done a fabulous job there.
It'll be still a dangerous set-piece opportunity, not quite a penalty. Southwestern is a prominent threat from set plays. It'll be sent in.
It's a good ball in.
And Dang rises to meet it. Second effort came in from Luis Ramirez, who hit the bar with the early strike. And that one sails helplessly wide and over. You saw Matthew Lay get some instruction from head coach Brad Bankhead here on the near side. See if there's any tactical changes going forward. Halfway through this first half, the Crew having had the majority of possession, majority of chances. A couple good looks, though, for Southwestern on the counterattack. And obviously the one goal coming off the long throw-in, so we get one more angle on the foul. It's a very close one as Lay just clips the heel. Definitely outside of the box, so the referee's done well there. Child's header was looking for Roach.
Good tackle there.
Fortunately, no one forward for
Number
the
13,
Pirates.
Fernandez, has done well.
It'll be Dang to take the throw in here. Looking for Neveloff. Height advantage paid dividends there for Ramirez. And the Pirates come clear. George launched himself there over the back of the Southwestern player. He's thrown himself about, center back. Done well so far, no real mistakes. Really, that's the most important thing when you're playing in the heart of the defense. Just keep everything simple and keep everything in front of you.
You can see here Southwestern just have nobody forward. Every man is behind the ball.
It'll be Nieto once again on the corner kick from the far side. Nieto assisting the goal against the University of Texas at Dallas that won the Crew the ASC championship. That one's headed clear though. And Neveloff misses his kick, but he's done well to get the ball back and eventually win his side a throw in. Propelled out of embarrassment a bit there, Neveloff, after he swung and missed. Looks like at the next opportunity, Southwestern will be getting a substitute in, number 17, Andrew Hernandez. Here comes the long throw, though, ever dangerous in the direction of Dang. Could fall for Neveloff here at the top of the box. He takes it down. He's got a man in the way. Looked like Childs was perhaps blocking out his teammate from getting a strike away. The strike, was eventually blocked. It's headed on by Dang. And the easy for Alan Carr. Dang listed at 6 foot. Doesn't really look it, but he can certainly rise to meet the headers, as we've seen both on the defensive and the offensive end. As Peden and Childs look to get this one clear. It's fallen to the feet of Nieto. Takes it past his man, but it runs out of space on the field. And this throw-in allows the Pirates to get their substitution in.
Entering for the Pirates is number 17, Andrew Hernandez.
Looks like it's a change in the holding centre mid role, although maybe
He's gone further forward.
Hernandez has stepped a bit forward, so maybe there's a little change in tactics there for the Pirates. Maybe they've noticed that the attacking threat is just not there.
That one was in the direction of Swanky. Swanky's left-footed ball in towards the middle. Bit of aerial pinball here from the two teams, and it results right back where it started with the Southwestern throw-in. 10 yards into the attacking half.
What a long throw forward.
Both teams really making use of that long throw-in. Villanueva there, good take on the chest as he looks to launch this one forward. In the direction of Nieto, headed away. Superb touch, not sure how much he knew about it. As Villanueva once again.
The referee doesn't like it.
It'll be a free kick right around midfield once again.
And you can predict what's going to happen here. Another pump into the box for the boys in purple.
It'll be Price Peden once again. The referee's whistle goes, and the drive into the box. That one's pulled a bit, but still alive here. It's a big bump came in against Neveloff. It was
Counter-attack here could be on if they can get enough players forward.
it's a chance here. Swanky motoring forward down the left side. Dang gets back well.
It's well marshaled by
and
Dang,
he's
but he's giving away a free kick.
giving away a bit of a silly free kick. He had his man turned.
Unnecessarily.
It was Martin Lopez who was dispossessed in the middle for the Crew and allowed Southwestern to go up the other end and win this set piece opportunity.
You've got to think set pieces are the way the Pirates are going to get back into this game.
By all accounts, their biggest output of goals has come from restarts such as these. Looks like it'll be 17 just onto the field, Andrew Hernandez to take. Comes in and it's flicked on. Easy save from Ade. As the header lacked any real conviction. This punt's a bit sliced here. It's going to fall for Lay, whose first touch gives Swanky an opportunity. And Dang just puts it out of play. No nonsense from the defender there. Like we mentioned,
get it out.
Southwestern with the first-year head coach Dustin Norman replacing longtime head coach Don Gregory up in Georgetown. And with the changes come fruits as they've made the tournament and nearly beaten tournament favorites Trinity in the final. So we'll see if Norman, the head coach for the Pirates, has any last tricks up his sleeve to get his team into the round of 32 and win inside a rematch. Down here in San Antonio. It's come into the feet of Roach. It's Nieto on the overlap. He's got Neveloff through the middle if he can spring him in behind. Looks like the time for that is gone. It's going to be Nieto 2 against 1 here. And it's good defensive work from the Pirates. See if now they can commit a few men forward.
And you can see there, they've made that tactical switch with Fernandez coming on. It's been allowed for 2 more men to get forward.
There's Savage also putting on the pressure, the substitute.
A lot of space in the midfield here.
Villanueva defending. It's good strength shown from Hernandez, the substitute, and eventually the throw-in goes in favor of the Pirates. Southwestern using this as an opportunity to just catch their breath. Been on the back foot for the first 30 minutes or so here. The exception of the one effort that came off the crossbar. Nothing really doing in the attacking end for the Pirates. It'll be a chance here, though, from the long throw. It's the avenue that the Crusaders took to find their opener. We'll see if the equalizer can come in a similar fashion up the other end. Throw comes in. It's flicked on at the near post. The flick put it behind for a goal kick. Travis Ade not too concerned there as he had it covered all the way.
I think the long throw-in is going to be a crucial weapon for both of these teams.
It'll be Ade to take the goal kick. Interesting to see really both teams choosing to go down pretty much the middle. It makes sense considering the Crew's formation is very central base, of course playing 3 in the back, but you'd expect maybe Southwestern to start exploiting the wings, similar to how we saw in the Trinity match.
Yeah,
the fullbacks pushing on.
Closest player to us is at the midfield.
Both teams content to play a bit of a narrow game. It's a wide pitch here at Paul McGinley Field, so that's always an option.
You have to think the Trinity coaches will be looking at that for the game tomorrow, thinking that'll be definitely a way to exploit them, considering how well the 2 outside backs played in the earlier game.
It's a good ball
Chance
in.
there for the Pirates.
To the feet of Swanky. He's held it up well against the challenge of Dang. He's got a chance to turn and perhaps have a go. He's sent it into the box. He had a runner streaking at the back post. As Price Peden heads clear. Dang blocks the shot and he shields all the way to his goalkeeper.
A day very commanding. You could hear the shout of keeper all the way from here.
Day's punt is met by Childs. The flick on has the crew in business here as they go forward. That pass is cut out though, and we'll get a couple substitutions here momentarily. As the forwards there look to combine for the crew, there's a man down. It's like Martin Lopez struggling here with perhaps a knee injury as it's flicked on.
Oh!
And Roach nearly doubled the lead as everyone was more concerned about Martin Lopez. It was a great service in from the left-hand side. Nearly met to perfection by Roach. We hope that Lopez is okay here.
Looks to be in quite a lot of pain on the floor there.
Number 18, Jose Line.
The three substitutions will be number 2, Jacob Cabezas, number 18,
Oh,
Jose
a crunching
Larian.
tackle there. Just gone right on his knee.
That's a tough one there.
He's a bit late, isn't he? Bit late.
Referee might have just had his head turned to the play had gone the other way. It'll be Neville off to check out. Perhaps Nieto as well. Looks like Nieto will stay in.
Also in for the crew, number 2, Jacob Cabezas.
It's good to see Martin Lopez up, walking under his own power. It just looked like a lot of trauma right onto the knee when he came down hard. Hope to see him later on in the match.
Yeah, the last thing UMHB needs is more injuries in down the middle spine of their team.
A goal kick here as the last real action was that header flashed wide by Roach. The other substitution that came in for the crew was number 10, Marcelo Gaitan. He'll be the right winger. Cabezas through the middle. Childs loses out in the air, but Stephen Dang hooks it forward.
Just a bit of back and forth headers at the moment.
Some slippage there as the field gives way, and Nieto looks to launch it forward. Carr forced to use his feet there as the ball didn't quite make it to the box in time.
Southwestern done a good job here of getting forward though.
Swanky and Hernandez had looked to combine. Instead it'll be Luis Ramirez in the middle. It's a good shape on the delivery there from the number 5, Brendan Douth. Unable to pick out a teammate.
And we haven't really seen much more of Day since his goal.
As of now, standing up as the winner. Still 55 minutes to go. Plenty of time for either side. But it was certainly remarkable to see the midfielder score with his first touch since coming on. And a moment of genius from the crew coaching staff. Childs there flicks it on. George does well. Disparage blushes. It'll be sent forward. Price Peden underneath it. Rolando Nieto looks to turn his man. The Pirates remain in possession. It's good defending there to win it back for the Crew.
Lots of space here in the midfield.
There's Gaitan that won it back. Just needed a runner ahead of him. Instead, the wayward pass from Villanueva's conceded a throw in here on the near side. It'll be 6, Will Mecklenburg to take. Junior defender from Spring, Texas. Stephen Dang meets it, and it comes back to the Pirates. Just through the legs of Lay there. Childs comes away with it, puts in the direction of Cabezas.
You can say the Pirates have responded quite well since going down. Haven't let their heads drop.
Certainly shown a bit more offensive emphasis since going down a goal, as that's a good delivery. There's a man at the back stick just waiting for it. They've also started to use a bit more wing play in their attacking flurries.
I'd also say they've stunted the creativity of the front three.
It's great work there from Crew attacker Marcelo Gaitan on the far side to keep it in, and eventually it goes the other way. Regardless, the Crew maybe just looking to see this one out till halftime with 8 minutes here to go. Perhaps get a few adjustments, a few tune-ups from the coaching staff, and be raring to go again for the second period. There'll be a chance here. He's going to have a drive, and it's a big save from goalkeeper Travis Aday to preserve the lead.
That's 2 big saves he's made this half, Ryan. His team could easily be 2-1 down now.
Southwestern continuing to pile on the pressure. Aday having to rise to the occasion. It's some really good footwork there from Andrew Hernandez, and eventually wins a foul. Looks like the momentum may be swinging in favor of the Pirates here.
Yeah, the Southwestern have definitely responded well since going behind.
7 minutes to go. They'll want to capitalize on this momentum before the halftime whistle goes.
Yeah, if there's a goal scored before halftime for either of these teams, it'll be a very important one. Completely changed the halftime team talk going into it.
It's going to be number 6 to take, Will Mecklenburg. Some of the bigger bodies forward for the Pirates. Nieto and Lay make up the wall. As the ball sent into Travis Aday's area, and it's right into his hands as well.
Comfortable for the goalkeeper.
Had good shape on it, but just right to the shot stopper in the end.
There seemed to be some sort of set-piece design there with the players all shifting over to the near post, but paid no dividends.
Nieto's header there looks for a teammate. But Southwestern continue the pressure. Going now down the right-hand side. It's going to be number 77 checking in, Jojo Rodriguez. Most likely going to be going in for 29, Rodrigo Nieto.
It's a good tackle from the number 17, Hernandez.
Hernandez now driving forward.
He's done well since he's come on. He loses out there, though.
It's good work from Childs. He looks to spring his teammate. Good work, though, from the center back, Van Houten. Van Houten thunders that one clear. And George rises to meet it with the head. Villanueva there riding one challenge. Very surprised as he was
scissor challenge there.
Sandwiched between 2 Pirates that the whistle didn't go. Pedon's elected to try to shield this one out. He's unable to do so, and it's come through the legs of Childs.
Another set-piece opportunity for the Pirates. They've got to take advantage of one of these if they want to get back in the game.
You know, Southwestern have shown some moments of brilliance going forward.
Yeah,
a couple of cheeky little nutmegs, a little shake and bake going forward, and They've won a couple set pieces for their team. Like you
And
said, yet to capitalize, but
the tide has definitely turned from the opening half of this first half.
the signs are there.
In my book, I feel like they do deserve to go in at 1-1. It would be an injustice if they didn't score before half-time here.
4 minutes to do so here, and it's a golden opportunity, as it's essentially a corner kick from 10 yards closer to goal, on the way down on the end line. First man runs over it. No one follows him as it's sent in the direction of Swanky. Unable to find him,
Poor
though.
delivery. I would have had a left footer over that one to whip it in.
Van Houten looks
Oh,
to
they
pick
could
out
be
a
in trouble
teammate,
here.
and Villanueva's intercepted it. It's 4-on-2 if they go quickly, and Villanueva's ball is not adequate to continue the counterattack. That's a chance missed for the Crew to perhaps score against the run of play. It's Swanky now on the far side. He's got a man out to his right. He chooses to use him. Flag stayed down, and it's eventually put clear. Not the best of clearances, though, and it's in towards the back post.
It's well defended there.
Dang, just absolutely patrolling his area.
Subs for both teams here.
It'll be Roger.
Oh, the
Rodriguez
scoreboard
checking in
from around the grounds. Got Luther 1-0 up at Knox. St Thomas winning 1-0 against Pacific Lutheran. Carlton getting a good result against Transylvania, 1-0. Dominican 2-0 over Gustavus Adolphus.
Wisconsin Superior coming up with the 2-1 win against Augsburg. So the field being whittled down from 64 to 32 here tonight all across the country.
And it'll be halved again tomorrow.
As the Sweet 16 takes place next weekend. As one
Great
of the four
touch.
teams coming into this one.
Tricky one there for the goalkeeper to deal with.
It's not completely cleared yet as Hernandez has come in. Villanueva's head clear. And Rodriguez just onto the field. Hooks clear as well.
You can sense a goal coming for Southwestern.
The Crew would do well to ride the storm here and get into half with the advantage. Cabezas plays the ball out to his left midfielder. It's Rodriguez looking to get on the end of that service, unable to do so. And the Pirates going up the other end once again. That one was in the direction of 21, Glode. Unable to find him, though. And the Pirate attack will continue. It's really been all Southwestern for the past 10 or so minutes. Unable to make it into a goal just yet.
I think the game has changed since Fernandez came on for the Pirates. He's really done well.
It's
Oh,
fallen
the
for
ball's
someone
fallen.
in the box, and it's an excellent block. The combination of Dang and Pete in there, keeping the clean sheet. And it's well one free kick from Jojo Rodriguez.
What an
Look at this opportunity. It's fallen in the box for number 7, Savic. And
He's made good connection. It's just a really good block there.
looked like Peden was perhaps caught by Dang as they both combined to block the shot.
UMHB taking their time with this free kick, just trying to see out this half.
Minute here to go, and they've done well to get this far without conceding. The switch really flipped for Southwestern, like you said, with that substitution. It was Hernandez coming onto the field, and he's really changed the tide. Also, the tactical switch that came along with that has allowed the Pirates to get more men forward. It's an excellent touch from Rodriguez to get it under his spell.
Oh, he's taking his time to... Ooh!
It's an absolute laser beam there from Gaetan.
Just a bit of a slow clearance. Just needs to be a bit quicker in the clearance there. And
Looks like this one's going to go into halftime. 1-0 in favor of the Crew. It's Nieto's ball in. And he's really
Flashed
caught
across
that
the
there,
goal.
to be fair. If it's on frame, there's absolutely nothing Carr's going to be able to do about that one.
and if that one goes in, you've got to say, probably good night to Southwestern.
They still have life, though, and they'll have to make a few tactical adjustments, but really on the run of play, they've shown well in this last 10, 15 minutes. So if they can continue that momentum in the second half, we'll have quite the game on our hands here in the second half. We hope you'll stick around in about 15 minutes as you get a good look at the stats here. We'll be right back with you. Paul McGinley Field in San Antonio, Texas, as we come up on this second half of NCAA tournament play between the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor Crusaders and the Southwestern University Pirates. Chris, can you give us a quick recap of how the first half went?
Yeah, Ryan, it's been a bit of back and forth first half. UMHB came out the blocks firing. You thought the way the game set up, you thought UMHB were just going to sort of have the ball the whole time, be in total control. And they did nick a goal with a crucial substitution. Lay coming on and grabbing a goal with his first touch. But ever since then, Southwestern sort of came back in. A critical substitution with Fernandez coming into the game really turned the tide. And big Travis Aday in goal for UMHB came up with a couple of spectacular saves to keep this at 1-0. And what do you think of the keys to the second half for both teams?
For Southwestern, it's got to be more of the same. It's got to be continue to pile on the pressure. Don't be afraid to go forward. It looked like they came out of the blocks, like you said, a bit timid, a bit unsure of themselves. But then as they found their footing in the game, they looked like the better side. And so if they can continue with that confidence and applying that pressure against the Crusader back line, I think they'll have some success. And for UMHB, I think finding that dynamism, that they found in the first 15 or so minutes from their front line. After that, flurry that they had of chances that eventually resulted in the goal, Neveloff and Nieto and the other forwards for the Crew really were peripheral figures. And so they'll need to put their impact onto the game here early on in the second half. We heard head coach Brad Bankhead, his farewell message to the team as they came out for the second half, put one past him early, and you have to figure that may put a real dent in the spirits of the Pirates, who right now feel I can't talk right now.
Take the wind out of the Pirates' sails, as they say.
There you go.
I'm a bit surprised that we didn't see more of Nieto, Roach and Neveloff in the first half, seeing as I mentioned earlier, 29 goals between the three of them. A very impressive stat.
We saw Neveloff really play a bit more of a free role. He isn't really constrained to that right wing as much as Nieto has played pretty much solely down this left-hand side. Now it's Roach, just Neveloff in the middle. Man arriving late on the back post if he can get the service in. He cuts back now onto his left. Really appears to favor his right, and he does well to win his side of corner against Van Houten. How do you think an early goal for the Crew would play into this dynamic?
Oh, it would be massive for the outcome of this game. I think if UMHB can grab a second goal, they might kill this one off, We did see Southwestern react really well to their going behind the first time, but another one would really dampen their spirits.
It's going to be Nieto, freshman out of Waxahachie, Texas, to send this one in, and it's not the best of deliveries. It's come to the top of the box. Southwestern will be able to hoof this one clear. It's taken down by Hernandez, very much so the standout player for the Pirates in the first half since coming on.
He's done well again.
It's a good combination play down the left side. Two men in the middle. He's aimed in the direction of a teammate, and it
just can't quite connect with the header.
It was Swanky there who had a golden opportunity. It was a good delivery in from the left side. So Hernandez and his teammate combined well down the wing. Third really good chance for the Pirates. The one tipped off the crossbar, as well as one other in the first half, and then that one's just gone. If they're going to capitalize on this momentum, it's going to have to be soon. After the selection came out, many people have been wondering, what is the caliber of this Southwestern team? Haven't really lined up against too many other ranked opponents, except for Trinity in an early match against the University of Chicago. But they've shown well here, regardless of the outcome. They've shown that they can compete at this high of a level.
Yeah, and UMHB, a very, very prolific tournament team.
Made it for the first time in program history last year, advancing all the way to the Sweet 16. As it's good work from Neveloff on the far side. It's a big challenge from the number 5, Douth. Karshnick wins his side. A throw-in down on the far side. That one's launched forward, and it's a good flick on.
Oh, a bit of afters there.
It's physical play from 27 for the Crew, Stephen Dang, who comes away with the throw-in. Some time and space for the goal scorer, Lay. And Roach is turned away here. He's gone past his man, and he's done so illegally, says the referee, and it'll go the other way. Like we mentioned in the first half, a big story for the Crew is missing their senior leader in the back, Caleb Vandergriff. They've resorted, to using the 3-back formation in his absence as opposed to slotting someone else in there. And we'll see if the Crew were to advance, if he makes an appearance over the course of the weekend. So far, his direct replacement, Gavin George, has been resolute. And the clean sheet still on the board. And this is going to be a booking here for Stephen Dang. Could be trouble for the physical defender. He'll have to be careful here for 40 or so minutes.
You can hear the Southwestern faithful really enjoy that decision.
Made the journey down from Georgetown. 45 minutes to an hour, depending on the Austin traffic.
Looks like number 7, Jack Code, will be entering the game in a minute for UMHB. The substitute actually came off when Lay popped the goal in.
It'll be the reverse of that substitution as he comes on for Lay momentarily. It'll be another set piece opportunity for the Pirates. Hernandez to take. It's a good in-swinging delivery in towards a teammate, but it's met by a Crew defender, and Lay puts it a bit further away from his goal. It'll be a throw-in nonetheless. A yellow card was issued to Neveloff on the official score sheet. I do believe it was Dang, though. In reality, we'll see if we can get confirmation on that one. Bit of confusion between the number 17 and 27. It's good work here. Once again, down the left side. It's a good low cross in.
Falling to the top of the box. Oh.
It was Perisic having the drive from distance, and it's going to be a chance now for Neveloff to finally stretch his legs. He's quick.
He's very quick.
He's gotten past his man here, and the ball's just bobbled up on him at the crucial moment.
Very Raheem Sterling-like.
And it'll be Code finally checking in for Matthew Lay, the goal scorer.
It looks like Jack Coe's going to drop into the centre-back position, actually, Ryan.
Maybe a bit of a change of shape. We'll see how they line up.
Maybe not.
As he goes out to the right side that Matthew Lay's just vacated.
I have played with Jack Code for a bit. He was a very resolute centre-back in our days playing together.
The long throw-in comes from this near side. It's Villanueva's throw. Hooked clear by the Pirates. No pun intended, and that's in the direction of Roach. Well held, though, by Alan Carr. All kinds of Pirate jokes out here on Tiger Network. Dang rises to meet that one at its highest point.
It's well played there. Great strength to keep the ball at his feet.
Hernandez he's been the best player on the field since coming on.
Yeah.
You have to wonder why he started on the bench.
Yeah, he's been sort of the clog, the cog that they've been missing in that midfield. Just lets them get through the gears, you know.
Hasn't really put a foot wrong. As this one's launched in the direction of the number 10, Karshnik.
He wins the ball back again. Great performance.
Karshnik driving forward down the left side. The low cross comes in the direction of Swanky. And looked like it was cut out before Swanky could get the effort on frame.
Crucial block by the UMHB defenders.
UMHB really holding on here. Very much so the favorites coming into this one.
The Southwestern bench is riled up.
It's Martin Lopez, who we saw take a big blow onto the knee, and he's motioning he's going to need the substitutes bench here to ready a replacement. He's holding his ankle this time. He's given a good effort, to be fair to him, to get back out on the field after that big collision earlier on. Looks like he just can't continue here with 36 to play.
And this little break in play give us an opportunity to keep you updated with the local Premier League scores. And Cardiff getting a good 2-1 win against Brighton today. Huddersfield back in the points recently, 1-1 against West Ham. Leicester and Burnley, a boring 0-0 there. Newcastle picking up a crucial 3 points at the bottom of the table, 2-1 against Bournemouth. Southampton and Watford, a 1-1 draw there. And Tottenham picking up the 1-0 away win at Crystal Palace, which is actually the 5th consecutive 1-0 win against Crystal Palace that they've had.
Some interesting trivial facts from our residential British soccer expert, Chris Gress. Of course, in Germany, in Der Klassiker, it was a big result for Dortmund, coming away 3-2 victors over their rivals Bayern Munich, putting them 7 points clear in the Bundesliga. A real opportunity for them to break the flow of Bayern Munich titles.
And a big weekend of football continues tomorrow, doesn't it? With Man United, Man City. What a piece of skill that is.
And it's number 10, Kip Karshnik, continuing to cause problems on the left side. The cross has come in and it's gone all the way through. Ade just making sure that no one got on into that one.
Yeah.
The crew just holding on here by the skin of their teeth.
Oh, you can see here, UMHB have switched to 4 in the back now. Their traditional lineup.
Looks like the substitute Jack Code is going to come out and play left back. And just that tactical switch, hoping to slow down this rampant Pirate attack.
You've got to say, UMHB did need a switch in tactics based off the recent play.
We'll see what that leaves them in terms of attacking shape. It looks like it's going to be Jojo Rodriguez, wearing the number 77, playing as the attacking midfielder behind the front three. Nieto, Neveloff, and Roach. There you go. The midfield to the engine house looks like it's going to be Villanueva and Childs. Villanueva's throw here comes into Roach. Roach unhappy with the nature of the throw-in. And Perisic has taken that a bit too far forward for the referee's liking. Throw-in comes.
What a long throw that is.
Over 25, 30 yards there for the Pirates. Swanky's battling here against Dang. It's going to be the keeper.
Oh, the keeper's muffed it.
He's misplayed it here. Oh, dear. In the end, it's come to Savage.
He just can't quite connect, can he? Let's see, what has the keeper done?
There's a bit of a miscommunication here as the keeper come out and George looked to head it back to him. George's clearance is scuffed at best, and it comes back and it takes the bobble.
It's a golden opportunity for Savage.
Savage is just, he's missed the wide open goal there. They'll surely root to regret that one.
Especially if they don't get the points, if they don't win this game here, he's going to be seeing that one play over in his head tonight.
Hernandez now playing a bit more central. He's looking to continue his commanding performance. It's a slip. And it's a good recovery in the end. It's one of those where if Southwestern doesn't take one of these chances, you could see the crew going up the other end and nicking a goal and putting this one to bed.
Yeah, especially in these single elimination games, the chances are just so important to take.
Perisic wins his side of throwing here on the near side. Definitely the best look that the Pirates have had at the goal. Of course, they had the one shot that was driven off the crossbar with Ade just tipping that one onto his post. It's another long throw in. It's flicked on at the near post, and Ade is going to hold it. No second runner there for the Pirates, else it could have been trouble for the Crusaders. As Neveloff once again looking to stretch his legs on the far side. It's one against Perisic. Some help coming in the form of Karshnik, and Karshnik does extremely well to win that one back for the Pirates. It's really good work from Perisic and Karshnik on the far side.
And this is the Southwestern we wanted to see. Good build-up, calm, cool, collected.
Yeah, it looked like they may have just suffered from a bit of nerves in the first 20 or so minutes, as it was their
Curse
first ever.
Curse of the commentator there, as he kicks it right out of play as soon as I say that.
Like we said, their first ever tournament appearance, program history, and it looked like they knew it. And now it looks like they're back to playing the football they've been playing all season. It's earned them a spot. So we get a good look at Harper rolling there on the sidelines. It's going to be Villanueva once again with the long throw. Rodriguez looks to get to the loose ball. Instead, it's going to be hooked forward. It's Savage up alone by himself, and now he's going to be joined.
Back pass.
Swanky looked to apply the pressure, and Von Houten eventually puts it out into touch. 30 or so minutes here to go.
This one's finely balanced, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, it looks like both teams have really been up for it here in the past 5 or so minutes. You get a good little back and forth look. It'll be Childs against Hernandez there. Hernandez continues his stellar performance in winning that one. That one's going to be put out in the direction of Karshnik. He eventually does get on the end of it. It's good defending.
Almost a lovely piece of skill, but very well read there.
It's a chance for Karshnik on the far side to cause some more problems for the Crusader defense. It's Dang. And then it's well played from the first-year defender, Gavin George.
That's a good battle to watch, that Karshnik versus Dang. Dang on a yellow card. Can't be too committal.
Dang also registering the winner in the game against UT Dallas that brought home the ASC title, and getting the assist here tonight on the goal for Lay. So active on both ends, the senior defender. It's going to be the number 6, Beckelberg, to put this one into the mixer here. It's a bit wider than he would have liked. It looks like he's won inside a corner. Chance for he himself to get into the box. It's going to be Hernandez to take on the far side.
Southwestern haven't been too cutthroat from these situations in this game.
Yeah, we expected them to really take advantage of set piece opportunities, and they're yet to do so. That threat is looming large here. It's a good delivery in towards the near post. It's come all the way through, and George has eventually put it clear.
It's a golden opportunity.
It's great service from Hernandez as Rodriguez puts that one out on the far side.
Number 5, Brendan Douth. Almost got on the end of that.
3 substitutes readying themselves to our left for the Crusaders. Certainly a cold night. Need to get a good warm-up in before coming into a game of this type of intensity. You catch yourself pulling up. So that one's won well by Stephen Dang. Not quite cleared yet. No, eventually is by the senior defender. Rodriguez unable to get on the end of it.
It's a good ball in. Oh, not too far away.
The keepers come, and it was number 5 with the golden opportunity. It was Douth once again. Nearly got on the end of the corner, and he's got on the end of this one. His header just a bit too much purchase on it.
I think he just needed to get less of connection with it. Don't you agree?
Really, just any type of flick on frame.
He's headed it too well.
And Addy's got no chance as he came to try and win the cross. Wasn't able to do so and collided with his teammate, which really took him out of the game. So anything on frame there is got this game level.
You've got to say, Southwestern do deserve a goal for their efforts in the second half.
George there. And Villanueva heads out of play.
I don't think UMHB have registered a shot in this second half, Ryan.
Really not much action going to our left. It's going to be a throw-in, long throw-in here. Basically a set-piece opportunity for the Pirates with the way they play these from the outsides, as UMHB will have to continue to be resolute in their marking. Can't lose your man here. Mecklenburg's long throw comes into the box. Dang rose to meet it. He was unable to do so. Could fall for Perisic here on the edge, and it's good use of the body from Seth Neveloff.
It's a great tackle from the freshman, number 4.
Here's Neveloff again.
1v1. The freshman defender, Samirpour from San Antonio, Texas, so a hometown game for him.
Do believe I've been calling him Perisic for about 15 minutes, so my bad on that one. That is Samirpour, like you mentioned, wearing the number 44. It's going to be Villanueva with the throw-in, as has been all night.
Looks like junior midfielder Luke Oren is going to be coming on for the Southwestern Pirates in favor of number 17, Hernandez.
Perhaps looking to just give him a bit of a break so he can get in for the last 20 or so minutes. He's certainly been the best player on the pitch for either side. Hernandez, sophomore out of Aledo, Texas. Excuse me, Allen, Texas. Graduate of Allen High School. Former teammate lining up across from him today. That would be Fernando Ramirez, wearing the number 45, yet to get in, but also of Allen, Texas.
A risky throw across the middle there from number 6, Mecklenburg.
As well met by Douth to cut out the danger. Now it's a chance once again on the far side. It's caused all kinds of problems, and it's come in to Savage. Savage has been wasteful in the final third. So far, he's still got time to make amends. It's Karshnik once again, 1v1. He's had this man's number all night. And it's good, solid defensive play that time from the number 18, Jose Larian. Defending is pretty much all the crew have been able to do so far in the second half, as that one's sent in and well held by the goalkeeper, Ade.
Comfortable for Ade.
It's going to be a chance here for Nieto to run at the defenders. Cuts inside his man, and
it's well marshaled.
Looked like he might have stood on Roach's foot. It's a good tackle there from Villanueva. It's really put quite the shift in the midfield. Wouldn't be surprised if he's one of the 3 players about to come off for the crew. Looks like Cabezas checking back in, as well as Bruton and the number 17. Excuse me, not 17. Can't quite make out what number that is. We'll let you know when they take the training pennies off.
Villanueva has been crunching in the tackles the second half, I do have to say.
It's good work there. Not sure how the referees not blowing his whistle there, but it goes up the other end nonetheless. Neither coach really happy with the official at the moment, as we...
It's a thankless task being an official.
It's good work to keep the attack alive. Could have a strike from distance here. He's going to clip this one into the box. There's a man arriving at the back stick. And he made contact, but it wasn't purposeful. It wasn't powerful.
Southwestern forwards just are not quite clicking just yet.
It's a great ball in, and it found the left foot. There's number 44 popping up. Sammy Poor.
Number 9, Jack Swanky had a chance there to get on the end of it, I thought.
He's playing it right back. Most likely not dominant on his left, so he may have just done well there to put it on frame.
Good hold-up play from Swanky.
Roach has slipped
Great
Nieto
ball.
in behind here. He's got Neveloff at the back stick, so too Rodriguez. It's come in towards the near post, and it's an excellent claim from goalkeeper Alan Carr. So we see UMHB maybe gaining a bit more life, getting a bit more purpose going forward. And the better ball there, and Neveloff may be able to get on the end of it. Dang wins that one under the challenge of Savage, and it's flicked out in the direction of Neveloff if he can keep it in. And if he can't keep it in, nobody on the field is going to be able to. Looks like he's going to be coming off.
For Mary Hardin-Baylor, number 2, Jacob Cabezas.
The number 10 was the third of the substitutions, Gaitan.
Josh Bruton. And for Southwestern, number 18,
Just some fresh legs for UMHB up front.
Looks like Nieto will go into the number 10 role, a bit more central than he's been playing, as Cabezas takes his former position out on the left wing. Savage looking to get forward now down the left wing, 1 against 2.
Great footwork there.
He's done really well to keep the ball here, and then he just put it out of play. It's wasteful after some good work from the junior forward out of Fort Worth, Texas. Big throw from Larens. Come forward, Nieto looking to win it back for the Crew. Pass is short for Cabezas, and it'll give the Pirates a chance to go forward. Once again, it's an excellent ball into the feet of Savage, and it's a huge save from Travis Ade.
It might have been going over, but it's still a great save.
An unbelievable ball into the path of Savage, brought it down with the cushion.
You think Savage maybe could have taken a second touch to go closer, settle
His
himself.
first touch was so good that it almost caught him by surprise there. His first touch was softer than a memory foam pillow there. It's going to be the delivery from that man Savage now. The in-swinger with the left foot. Southwestern look to capitalize on their momentum here, and it's come back out to Savage. Will he get another bite at the cherry here? As the man stays down, looks like Villanueva's struggling. And he hooks it clear. Jacob Cabezas here battling.
Does well to win a foul. Ease the pressure off the UMHB defenders.
Sammy Apor there, they just threw the hips into the freshman winger. We'll see if Villanueva's okay. Looks like he may have taken a knock on the corner kick previous. It'll be Nieto to take 40 to 50 yards from goal. Dang the aerial threat. 9 goals on the season, looking to make it double digits. None would have been more important than this one as it's come in.
Free header.
It's found Dang, and he's found the back of the net. There he is. It's his 10th goal on the season. Stephen Dang, the senior defender. And he acts like he's done it before, and Chris, he's done it before.
Oh, it's against the run of play, Ryan. And it's a goal that could kill off this game. What a header it was, though. The ball hasn't come in with much pace, and he's had to really use his neck muscles. Here, as you see on the replay, he's had to really use his neck muscles to direct it into the corner.
We saw Dang go celebrate with the fans.
Looked
It
like
is
it
his 10th goal on the season.
Looked like he celebrated with his dad there.
It was a good little moment for the senior defender. It's really, like we mentioned, if Southwestern wasn't going to take the chance, it was always the opportunity for UMHB to go up the other end and nick one, and that's what they've gone and done.
It's a shame for Southwestern.
Crusaders, number 27, Stephen Dang.
We'll see if they can dig deep here. Still 18 minutes to go.
You got to say the substitutions have helped UMHB.
It was Cabezas on the field as a substitute that won the free kick that Nieto put in for Dang. That's the same combination, Nieto from Dang, or excuse me, Dang from Nieto, that won them the ASC championship match. Very similar delivery from a set piece to a header.
We said set pieces were going to be crucial. Southwestern have had countless amounts of set pieces, and they just haven't been made to pay for them, have they really?
Game not over just yet. Plenty of time left for Southwestern if they can score here pretty quickly. It's going to be well marshaled out by George and Dang. As Nieto, do believe, has provided both assists, and he's going to come off now for number 20, Corey Smith.
Could be a substitution to shore up the midfield. Maybe someone a bit stronger, a bit more defensive-minded.
Excuse me, it was Dang with the assist on the first goal, so Dang now with a goal and assist as well.
Great
as
game
a yellow card.
Great game for him at in the centre-back position.
He's been one of the outstanding offensive threats despite playing in the back line. That is his 4th assist to go along with his 10 goals. So an outstanding season for the senior statesman on that crew back line tonight. Of course, missing Caleb Vandergrift, standout player, All-American, through injury tonight. And it hasn't really looked it. They've performed fairly well in his absence. It's going to be Hernandez to come back in the game alongside fellow standouts in this one, Swanky and Karshnick. They just grabbed a quick swig of water, and they've got 17 minutes or so to make their impact here and save the season. Sionport does really well to keep that one in.
Hernandez, the game changed when he went off. They lost their attacking threat.
Let's see if he can regain his form from the previous time that he's been on the pitch and propel this Southwestern Pirates team further on.
It's a great time by Duath. He's had a go, but it's a tame effort.
Savage there applying pressure, but Ade looks composed. He's got his clean sheet as of now, just 15 minutes to play. Ade's punt travels well over 60, 70 yards there. It's a big one. And it's come off the head of Gaitan and gone all the way through to Carr.
You've got to say Southwestern are going to rue their chances missed.
Especially the open goal.
Open goal.
From Savage.
Off the crossbar. Couple in the first half. Lots of set pieces.
UMHB have been more clinical, but on the other end, it's a story of what could have been for the Pirates. 15 minutes left in this one for them to try and force overtime. They'll need 2 goals. And here come their game changers back onto the field, like we mentioned. It's Hernandez, it's Swanky, and it's Karshnick.
It looks like they're going to switch to maybe 3 in the back here. The right back, number 44. And Mir Samipur has come off. And on comes Karshnick in place of him. They're sending men forward here. They've got to.
Referee wants him to bring the throw-in back. It'll be Karshnick now to take. And he drops it off for Mecklenburg.
It looks like it's going to be Mecklenburg and Maloney and Van Houten playing in the centre-back roles for Southwestern. A 3 in the back. And from the looks of it, they're just going to keep
the 4 forward.
Yeah.
Maybe a 3-3-4 type of look.
Savage, Douth.
Interesting. Douth has found his way to the striker position. Started out at left back here today, showing a bit of versatility. Dang there battling with Savage. Savage does well, but eventually cleared away by the Crew. Crew just have to be smart here. It's a big throw in there from Harper Rowland on the far side. To get this one back in play quickly. It's good work from Childs there. Looked composed, but his pass went straight to a man in yellow. Dang, certainly our Tiger Network man of the match so far. With his goal and assist and really resolute defensive play. He's found Cabezas here. Cabezas, who won the free kick for the goal, was unable to do anything there.
Hernandez, stop it.
It's a great turn from Hernandez. He's now got up and he's going to have a go at it once again.
Just
this
can't
time.
find a pass though.
So it was Jack Code who cut it out. Hernandez deemed to have done that legally. It's a chance now for Cabezas to run into defense. He's got a man ahead of him. It was really a golden opportunity if he could have slipped Gaitan in.
It's getting a bit chippy out there now. Both teams become desperate to keep their foothold in this game.
Childs there does well. It's going to be Corey Smith. And the service, you have to say, it didn't need to come in there. There wasn't really any runners to indicate that it was an urgent situation. It's come now to Gaitan in the box. Keeper Alan Carr has done well to keep that one from going out for a corner kick. Not necessarily you really need to keep it in the corner with 11 minutes to go, but you don't need to rush the service there. You can wait for a better opportunity, perhaps swing it around if you're the Crew, and watch the seconds tick down. Instead, it's going to be going up the other end as Savage looks for the return pass to Karshnik, unable to find him that time. But the pressure continues to mount. It's Van Houten, the number 4, coming forward from the back. It's over the head of Karshnik. He's going to look to win it back. Instead, he concedes a throw-in. Time just ticking down on the Southwestern Pirates season.
And you would think for those seniors, this could be the last football match they ever play in. So they've really got to just, spur themselves on here, I think.
It's a big header won by Stephen Dang there. Corey Smith picks it up in the middle. And here's Karshnik once
look
again.
at that pace.
Karshnik been alongside Hernandez, the 2 danger men for the Pirates.
The long throw in.
Here it comes. It's going to be Mecklenburg, as it has been all game, right in front of the Southwestern faithful. It's one of his poorer deliveries. He'll get another go at it.
Second go.
This time he chooses to go short, perhaps just to get the delivery in the box. The Crew choose not to push out, so the men are in the box if he can get it in. He does. It may have come off the hand of George there, and the drive came from Karshnik. A question of whether it came off the arm of Gavin George.
Under 10 minutes now. The game has reached boiling point.
It's going to be a throw-in, and it's going to be a long one as Mecklenburg's come all the way across to take. A lot of pressure as he's got the ball in his hands to get a good delivery in, and it's a good one. It's in towards the area.
Again, those UMHB defenders win just about every header.
It's Hernandez. He's put an excellent service into the box here. Could it fall for a teammate? It can't.
Oh, it's the story of the night, isn't it?
Just good service after good service as the front 3 that started the match for the Crew going to come back in and look to see this one out. It's Nieto, it's Neveloff, and it's Roach. Looks like for like for all 3 substitutions. 1 goal would certainly finish the game off for the Crew. Likewise, just some good possession, I feel,
Some would argue with only 8 minutes remaining that they've already done the job.
Just need to see it out, perhaps. When you're making 3 forward-thinking substitutions, maybe your players don't feel the same way. It's Nieto, and like we said, he's going to have a go there. It's Alan Carr, and I'm not quite sure what's going on here.
Looks like just a bit of a talking to for the battle.
Van Houten and Roach. Roach just onto the field. And a good little handshake there between the two players. It'll be a drop ball back to the keeper, and we're back underway as the referee's made his point. And there's 8 minutes here, 10 seconds left in the Southwestern Pirates soccer season, unless they can come up with the miraculous here. They've had the chances. They just haven't had the finishing touch thus far. As that ball from Corey Smith, not at all able to pick out a teammate. It'll be Carr now, the ball at his feet. Another UMHB header won, but it's fallen here at the feet of Karshnick. Hooked clear by Gavin George. The man with 2 first names has done so well here today, coming in as a first year, starting at the heart of that defense. Native of Lovejoy, Texas.
Lovely bit of skill.
It's good work from Hernandez once again. It's tough to see him on the losing end of this one with how well he's performed, but
I agree.
that's football for you. It's a team match, and his teammates haven't been able to finish his opportunities that he's created. He certainly won a foul here, and he's going to get up quickly and see what kind of service he can offer.
Only 7 minutes remaining. You feel like they really need to take this opportunity. It's a good distance out, but definitely scoreable.
We've seen the quality of Hernandez all throughout this match. If he can put this one in from about 30, 35 yards, you have to fancy Southwestern to go on with that life that it would breathe into their sails and get the equalizer. He's going to
for a ball in the box.
Put it in for his teammate. It was doubt that rose to meet it.
Again.
It's wasteful from the Pirates. Squandered opportunity after opportunity, chance after chance has gone missing. And really on the run of play, if you disregard the first 15 or so minutes, they've been the better team.
Really have.
And just unable to make it count. Perhaps a bit of inexperience there. First time coming in the tournament, as Roach brings this one under control. He's found Neveloff. Neveloff against Van Houten. Neveloff is going to lay it off for Roach. He's going to have a shot.
Yeah, and going back to that point, Ryan, that you made earlier, it is their first time in the NCAA tournament. Maybe their nerves have a part to play in how they've performed in front of goal today.
Roach does well to remain in possession. It's come out to Nieto. Nieto's going to look to track this one down. He's against Hernandez. And the referee's going to bring it back for a foul, much to the dismay of the Southwestern coaching staff. To our right. The crew, of course, in no hurry to get this one in, as the reality of the situation seems to be setting in for the Pirates. Leaving 3 men forward here. Everyone else back. Luis Hernandez, their star man, comprises the one-man wall. Nieto's service in the box in the direction of Roach. Nevelhoff and Swanky here battle. Karshnick comes away with it. Cuts inside Corey Smith. It's Van Houten now. Time and space to look up and pick out a pass. He looks for Swanky, unable to find him. It's a good touch from Corey Smith. The referees decided it was a legal challenge, and we play on. Driven forward here in the direction of Savage.
Southwestern have resorted to the long ball now just to get it up.
There's Douth who missed his kick. And the Crew were able to clear for a throw-in on this near side.
Desperately need to score now if they want to have any chance of getting back in this game.
The time is just ticking away on their season. 4 minutes and counting here. It's a good service in. Dang rises to meet it. He's been an absolute presence all night. And it's gone out for a Crew throw-in. And the Crew, excuse me, it's gone for a Southwestern throw-in.
I think that might have been an error there.
It's fallen here for Karshnik at the top of the box. There's still something to do for the keeper. And the offside flag's gone up against the number 8, Luis Ramirez. Wasn't the most convincing from goalkeeper Travis today, who's had a stellar performance. He did enough to redirect it away from goal. In the end, it wouldn't have counted anyway. 3 minutes here to play. The Crew looking to hold on.
Luis Hernandez.
The Pirates looking to find a miracle here. It's come to Karshnik. Put away by Childs, and it's an excellent turn from Neveloff. He sent his man here. He's got all types of room. Will he go to the corner?
The back post. Could seal it. Oh, but
he's gone for the strike, and it could have been deemed wasteful. He had 2 men in, and he also could have just gone to the corner there. 2.5 remaining. That's not necessarily the identity of this UMHB team, though. They play attacking football all the way to the end, even if it's to their detriment at times.
Blessing and a curse.
Roach wins that one there. It's going to be Van Houten against Neveloff. And Neveloff is going to for sure draw a booking here against Van Houten, as his pace has proved too much for the tired legs of the sophomore defender out of Port Neches, Texas. And another opportunity, though the yellow card will stop the clock. We'll give everyone a breather here. Bit of a confusion about the rules in terms of the clock stoppage. It's not supposed to stop if the winning team draws that yellow card. It's a good move from Nieto. He cuts in and he slips just as he goes for the strike. Once again, giving the ball back to Southwestern. It's flicked on now. It's at the feet of Savage. The outside the boot pass goes out to the left-hand side now. It's come to Karshnik. Chance to get the service perhaps, and it's going to be a free kick. They're going to have to go quickly here. 1:45 on the clock. Luis Hernandez looks like he's going to be the one to take it. Karshnik over it as well. They've gone quickly here.
And the referee doesn't like it.
And that's poor discretion from the referee. He's chosen to stop the clock 15 seconds after the foul's gone and bring it back. Neither coach is happy with how that's gone. And it's going to be a restart with 1:35. Luis Hernandez over it, the danger man for the Pirates.
Everyone forward.
Everyone forward, just the goalkeeper stays back. Hernandez here. The in-swinging delivery could go all the way through if he puts it into that corridor of uncertainty here. Really gives something to think about.
The referee not happy with the Southwestern coach here.
Southwestern coach not happy with the referee.
He's been sent off, I think, maybe.
It's just unnecessary, really. There's 1:35 left to play.
If I was a Southwestern coach, I don't think I'd be too happy either, to be fair.
Looked like the quick restart had opened up some space in the box for the Pirates. The referee brought it back, really not sure why he's done that. But regardless, it's come to this set piece from Hernandez. The ball's sent in.
It's just the story of the game, isn't it, really?
Another opportunity here towards the back stick. He's rose to meet it, and it's an excellent save from the feet of Travis Aday.
It's gone off the post.
And then eventually the foot and the post combined to preserve the clean sheet here.
Just about sums it up, really, doesn't it?
Opportunity after opportunity for the Pirates, as it was an excellent service towards the back post.
First the foot. Oh, wow.
It's tremendously unfortunate.
To be fair, it's a fabulous save. Another one to add to the collection for today's game.
Ade just made himself as big as he could there, and it paid dividends as Van Houten launched this one forward. We're under a minute to go, and it looks like the Cinderella run of the Southwestern Pirates is going to come to an end here. It's come to Roach, 40 yards from goal. Like you mentioned, it's been an excellent season for them. It'll end here. It'll end with their first ever NCAA tournament appearance, coming under new head coach Dustin Norman, and the future looks bright in Georgetown.
I think based on today's game, I think Trinity might fancy themselves tomorrow in the next game against UMHB.
It's been a heavily contested affair. It's Hernandez looking to get on the score sheet late, unable to do so. They haven't given up, to be fair to them.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
And the Crew will come away victorious here, 2-0 to face the Trinity Tigers in a rematch tomorrow at 7 o'clock of last year's matchup in the same round. It will sure to be a fun one, and we hope you'll join us here on Tiger Network. The final score, 2-0 here. Southwestern out shooting and getting more shots on frame, but unable to convert any of them. 10 saves for Travis Ade in goal. A goal and the assist for Stephen Dang. And we hope you have a good night here, and you join us again tomorrow for some more NCAA National Tournament action. For Ryan Figert and Chris Gress, have a good night, folks.